Today we're taking a look at one of our fastest growing videos we ever did. It was a video we never expected to do well, and it literally grew faster than anything we've ever done since then and before then.
Because I'm probably going to break down, so you should probably follow me. If you're a subscriber to our YouTube channel, and hopefully by now...
So a little bit of background on the sleeper truck review that we did on our YouTube channel. So Brendan, who you see helping me all the time in the videos, owns this old Ford pickup truck. It's a mid-80s pickup truck. It's ugly, it's all beat up, but he installed a set of homemade twin turbos on the small block, which made it actually a fun truck to drive. So it's a Friday afternoon, we were literally done shooting for the week, and we're like, you know what, let me take this thing for a ride. Throw me the keys, throw some GoPros on it, let's just make a video of what it is for me to drive this truck, because I had never driven it before, and the truck is rough, I'm not gonna lie. It is a beater truck, it's a sleeper in every sense, but it runs good. Had some good power to it, had a good small block in it. So I'm like, you know what? Give me the keys, let me take it for a ride, and we'll see what happens.
Drive F-150. I mean, the paint sucked on these trucks when they were new, and they don't get any better with age. So you can see some really cheesy 80s graphics, faded paint, dings, dents, all kinds of stuff. Moving the interior, not much better. Your old school.
Now this video was funny, because when we put this video up, it literally was just a fun Friday afternoon video. I mean, it was the end of the day. We were kind of just, let's throw something together to kill some time for the last couple hours or so. We never thought this would do anything like it did. I believe in the first week it was up, it hit 50 or 60,000 views, over 100,000 in the first month, and it's over 600,000 now a year later. I mean, this got shared all over the place, and it was a video we didn't put a ton of effort into. I mean, a lot of this, you know, we shot it, we did our normal, it's all 4K and the quality is good, but we didn't put a ton of effort into this because it was just a fun video. We never thought it would do as well as it did, and it absolutely blew up.
Show you guys how to do work at home. Obviously, this wasn't what we had in mind, but it ends up being a really, really cool truck. All right, so Brendan said there's no special instructions. We can just get in and drive.
One of the funny things about this too is, like I said, we never thought this would blow up like it did, and Brendan reminds me on a daily basis that one of the fastest growing and one of the most viewed videos on our channel is his turbo truck. And again, if you haven't seen this is definitely a video you guys want to check out. And we actually did a follow-up video where he raced me with turbo truck. At the time I had my Mystic Cobra with the Pro Charger on it. We had raced at Beaver Springs Dragway. And that's when he still had this setup in it. And since then, Brendan's actually taken this whole truck apart. Now it has an LS with a huge turbo on it. And he's talking about a rematch. He actually wants a piece of crimp stang these days. So I think at some point we will head back to Beaver Springs and do a turbo truck versus crimp stang video.
All right, that's optional. Let's go. All right, so I don't know what Brendan meant about no instructions needed.
He said no special instructions. The first thing I did was go to put it in first gear and the shift knob fell off in my hand. The gauges didn't work. Like, he had some aftermarket gauges, they worked, but the factory gauges didn't work, tack didn't work. Gas gauge he said worked, but it was basically buried and empty the entire time, so I really don't know that it worked, or I was either out of gas, one or the other.
And take it for a ride.
Everybody asked us, why didn't we do a burnout? Like, you got all this power, you've got turbos, why did you not do a burnout? First of all, I didn't want to break his truck because I really, really thought something was going to fall off, something was going to break during this video. The main reason we didn't do it though was he actually tried to, and at the time he hadn't done anything with the rear suspension and it wheel hopped something fierce. So before we broke an axle or broke something major, we decided we'd give up on trying to actually put a burnout in the video.
Turbos are hot, probably melted the cable.
Which is exactly what happened.
This stays attached.
And it's funny, the truck drive better than I thought it would. It tracked straight down the road. Power band was decent. It shifted better than I thought it would. The clutch felt good. Steering wasn't even terrible. He had lower suspension. I think he had Beltec on it at the time. There you go, Beltec.
Brakes are a request at best, but they stop.
Something else he has upgraded since then. The new ability also, he added a drift brake to it, and like I said, he with the LS setup he has in it, it's got a Holley fuel injection system on it. He upgraded the truck. I mean, the truck still looks the same on the outside. It's still the same beater it's always been, but underneath, He put a lot of money in the last year and a half into this thing, and he made quite a beast out of this thing. I can't wait to see what it actually puts down power-wise. I mean, he's hoping for 700 somewhere in that neighborhood, and the setup should make every bit of that.
And perfect. We have a police officer in front of us. It is inspected, supposedly. It is surprisingly easy to drive, though. I mean, it's a small block with twin turbos, and it's a 5-speed, but it does drive really nice.
Now, the comments on this video, it is also one of the most liked and most commented videos. We have 6,000 plus likes and over 1,100 comments. And for a while, we tried to keep up with the comments. We gave up after it was literally getting so many we couldn't keep up. But thank God, a Ford engine and a Ford. I was thinking it was going to be an LS swap. Well, sorry, it is now. Finally, a proper sleeper, no loud exhaust. Back when a truck was a truck. I would have liked the video better if he didn't rag on his truck the whole time. Well, he kind of knew I was going to and told me to do that. But, and I said many times, I was impressed with the build. It was definitely a homemade build, and the truck ran good for what it was. Was this your first time driving a stick? Sorry, it's a long shifter, and with the knob falling off, definitely makes a challenge. But no, I can drive a stick pretty well. Well, decently anyway. I hate your cuss word sensor. Please turn it off. I smashed the like button a minute in and screamed, hell yeah. Now I'll actually watch the video. Sick truck needs to be a project for the channel. And it is, like I said, you will see the return of Turbo Truck this year.
A little hesitation down low, but once this thing
The fuel pump sounds more powerful than the engine.
Now let's try to turn around here. Ugh, carefully.
No special instructions. My sleeper had a checklist on the visor. It should have had a checklist, but you can get in, turn the key, and drive it down the street if you really wanted to. Best video ever.
The shift knob is killing me. I think we're better off.
Again, it was something we never, ever expected to do well. If we got 5,000 views, we were going to consider it a success, and we got that. I think the first hour it was up.
Oh my God. It doesn't seem to like fourth. There's fifth. Or third. There's fourth. Brendan, what did you do? Oh, every time it does that, I'm going to smile.
It is definitely one of those vehicles that makes you just, you could get in trouble very easily. There's the sound of the turbos and the power, and it's completely unexpected when you drive this truck.
He built this. His wife has a Fox body race car. You might have seen it in our Maple Grove video, some other videos we've done. It's a silver 4i car. And he built this with the intentions of towing her race car, and it definitely has plenty of power and torque for that. A little hesitation in the car, but I'm amazed at how well it handles.
And that is 100% true. One of the coolest things about that truck is that it is Brendan's. Everybody knows it's Brendan's. Everybody sees it. It is Brendan's truck. And he built it himself. I mean, the old setup was a small block Ford. Yeah, he went to an LS swap now, but with the LS and the big turbo truck should probably be faster than ever, and will definitely be making its way back to the CJ Pony Parts channel.
This wheel hop is definitely an issue, though. Like, getting on it in first gear is not a good idea. It just starts hopping badly, and I'm sure that would lead to a lot of broken parts. So, no burnout videos this time, but this is a fun truck for what it is. It's definitely cool. Yeah, home-built stuff is always fun, especially something like this, a little bit of a sleeper. Things you wouldn't expect to be fast that are. Oh, I would get in trouble with this thing. Maybe a few drops of oil from when we were parked here before. Oh, yeah, keys. Safe to say she's a beaut. While it's definitely no performance pack 2, the best part about this truck is the owner is having a blast with it, and the truck is a lot of fun. He doesn't care if you like it or not. He built it with some spare parts and is having a great time with it. I love driving it. No one sees this truck coming, which makes it an absolute blast on the road. Now, if you like this review and more stuff like this, make sure you keep it here at cjponyparts.com.